Hello, everyone. This is Jarl Carl, and welcome to episode 79 of my Chest Basement series. In preparing for this episode, I looked at the last episode, and we've lost our brightness. And many things are astray. Sure. Let's go with that. Okay, anyway, in preparing for this episode, I checked out the end of last episode, in which I commented that I hoped we would not be another 4 months until the following episode. That would be this one. And indeed, it was not 4 months. It was, in fact, 5 months. So I, of course, apologize for that. This music sounds a little bit too loud, so let's kind of turn down some of the sounds a little bit. Apologize for that, of course. Actually, this may be the first. This is not the first episode recorded on this computer, but it is close to the first episode, I believe. I don't really remember. I don't really remember what I'm doing, but we're going to try to have a good time anyway. I decided mining was too boring, so we are going upstairs, and what do you know, it's raining. So, just going to take the day to kind of get back in the swing of things. I believe we are trying to find make an ender chest. We have 1 ender pearl, so we're doing really well in that aspect. And we have a great sword that is incapable of killing mobs that we want to kill. So that's also quite exciting. And we've got this map. So let's go mapping. That sounds like fun. I like maps. I think a lot of people like maps. So we've got base down 1, which means we're down 1 from the base. I guess was the idea. So we got to go on a little adventure here. Okay. We'll leave the trees for another day. I failed to do quite the proper intro. This is, of course, Chest Basement, where the Minecraft show where we attempt to get a chest full of every item in the game. That is why we are here. Let us boat on. It has been quite some time since I played Minecraft. I think actually since the last episode, so this is the first time since then that I have played the game. Hopefully we're going the right way. It's moderately unclear, but we shall figure this out. Am I going down? I don't know. Let's find out. That's a lily pad. Well, I guess we need those eventually anyway. We got a collection now. Also, the sensitivity is feeling, I don't know, but it feels odd. So I want to announce that. Oops. It feels weird. I just haven't played in a while, I think, is the reason. So let us continue filling out our map. And this is the first, actually, this is the first time I've recorded on this. Okay, this has to be the view bobbing, right? What if I do that? Is that? There we go. That was the problem on that one. Hello, sheep. I had to reinstall essentially the entire operating system of this computer, so a lot of it got, not a lot of the settings were unfortunately kind of lost, so kind of going through here and fixing the settings. I do not play this game other than this series, so this is kind of all we have to go on here. But I did want to take this episode to kind of get a little bit back in the swing of things. I know I say that every time. But to get a little bit back into the swing of things, and also to talk about my kind of goals for the upcoming year and stuff I want to do in the next year on my channels and in life, you know, kind of get just a general update going on. Are we covering everything? Not really, which is, it must be said, filling me with sorrow. But, sometimes that's just kind of how it is. So we're going to try to do a little bit of a zigzag here to figure that out. A lot of ocean going on. It must be said. So we're going to figure this out at some point. What biome are we in? We are in an ocean biome. Okay. Hopefully not an endless one, though. That's my current concern, and this is turning out to be significantly more annoying than I had hoped. But that's okay. I want to get to a point where I can fit this edge of the map and then just... Oh, okay, there's land. Well, that's exciting. Land I can deal with. Where's my boat? Okay, we found the boat. And just give me 1 second, guys. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Brief interruption. I see some light over here, which means probably that I've been here before, but it could mean lava, so let's investigate. It definitely means lava. It's kind of cute. Let's grab some coal. While we're... Is this the right pick? In fact, it is. Okay, very nice. Let's burn ourselves on the way out. That's sounding like a great plan. Okay, when I originally made this map and started figuring out where to live, I thought it would be really cool to live in extreme hills. And that clearly was not the right choice. In hindsight, and I can't jump anymore. So, yeah, extreme hills, that was not smart. But at the time, I thought it was going to be fun, and it has since not really been that fun. I won't lie. I thought that was a spider, and I was about to be very confused. Hello, cows. Can always take more leather, unfortunately. Grab a fresh snack on the way. So the way I kind of wanted to run this series, I've been doing some thinking, and really this series is intended to be not fully just about the show. This series has been about, and I want it to continue being about the journey of trying to achieve this goal. And it's about the journey, not the destination, which I think is something that's really important to remember in life, in all things that are competitive and things that you want to do. But I want this show to not be about how do we get to the most, like, how do we finish the fastest in the least number of episodes, because I don't think that's what this series should be about. And so I think it's important that we make sure that I'm having fun and that I'm enjoying doing these episodes, as opposed to just and having fun in the episodes in the things that I'm doing, but in the things that I'm saying, and also the things that we're doing. So I could probably just sit and branch mine for 10 episodes in a row, and it might be the most efficient way to do it. But I think it's significantly more fun to, go exploring or go check something out cool about the game that I haven't seen before, rather than, finishing in the least number of episodes possible. Because at the end of the day, the goal is not to finish in 10 episodes less than we maybe could have. The goal is to have a good time. So let us attempt to have a good time and complete our goal at the same time, although I don't know if those things really are possible. This is quickly becoming a rabbit hole. There are 2 branches. Please be brief, he says as I make it deeper. Well, that's a glitch. Okay, as long as there's only one path down, I will go down after I get some coal. So, I'm going to kind of do whatever I'm feeling like in episodes. There probably will be trends of, a couple episodes in a row will be branch mining or something or whatever. But for the most part, I do want to keep, myself having a good time at the top of the list for this series. So just kind of wanted to bring that update in. This is really exciting, but not really why we're here today. It must be said. Specific to this series, my goals for 2020 are not very complex. I want to make more episodes. This goes down quite far, which is good until I want to get back. What level are we on? 36. Well, just kidding. It doesn't go down far at all. Maybe it does. You dead end? Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here and keep. Oops. And keep the journey going as much as possible. There we go. I want to make more episodes of this series. I love this series, just on its face for what it, means to me and the fun that I have with it. I know that we've already completed some of the chests, and that's great, but I think having a more of an actual plan before I go into stuff is probably, a good idea. I want immediate goals include getting an ender chest. Once we have one of those, I think we'll have a lot more success. Being able to, we'll be able to complete, a chest and a half even, or a chest and a bit more on an expedition, because I'll be able to, basically, the ender chest will serve as a way to, it occurs to me right now that I actually only need the 1 ender pearl, and I really should be going to the nether if I wanted to make an ender chest. So we'll have to look into that. I forgot the recipe until just now, actually. So I will look into that. Maybe for next time we'll go to the ender if I'm back, or go to the nether rather if I'm back in the base. So we'll see about that. But I want to have the ender chest, and that's kind of going to be the way that I'm going to, the problem I was facing was, how do I carry a whole chest full of something if I'm just getting out in the wild? Excuse me, the voice is kind of going, so you'll have to pardon if I sound a little bit hoarse today. The issue I was having was the difficulty of going out, collecting something in the wild, like something that I can't farm, for example, if I was going to go get sand or something, and then coming back with an inventory full for the basement, that being the challenge, but then, I wouldn't be able to carry anything else in my inventory except for the slots in my hotbar. So I think the ender chest is kind of the solution to that, a solution that we have to that, but we will see how that works out. I also have forgotten how maps work, so that might be a problem when I come to make the next set of them. But my understanding is that there are map grids, so hopefully it's not a problem, and that it will essentially do it for us. That's the hope, at least. And we can also set up some, if there are oceans surrounding us on too many sides to be really useful, I will certainly consider setting up some nether travel. I know that the travel in the nether is faster than in the overland world, so can try to set something up like that if we do need for that as well. trying to get the maximum efficiency out of our map here, and I think we're pretty much at that level. Seeing this land is nice. This looks like it might actually be land off that way, so that could be good. I have no problem with there being oceans in the way, as long as there are just, you know, normal oceans and not the kind of endless oceans that kind of you hear about. I think they still exist in this patch of the game, and they do worry me. So, going to try to avoid that being a problem. Am I covering all of this? I hope so. Yeah, we are. Okay, let's just keep going around here. I remember this from last time we were on this, doing this map, so that should be good. My immediate goals for the series are to fill in these maps, and then start trying to come up with, you know, a kind of a schedule for how I want to go at stuff. I know I've said this for a couple of episodes. I haven't really come up with anything that's super great. Coming up with a way to do this in a orderly fashion that also can be interesting, at least for me especially, because branch mining is hard and the items aren't in really any real order. So we'll try to do that. And also at some point, I have to go to the end. I have to go to the Nether on a big scale. So those are things to consider also for some time in the future. And I'll do some thinking about that. Feel free to leave suggestions in the comments as well. Ow. Let's eat again. It's also getting dark and there's saplings here. Interesting. Ow. I'm fine. So this looks promisingly like not ocean, which I'm excited about. My general plans for next year, I may put them in a more concise update video at some point. But I'll kind of ramble about them here as well. I'm planning on, a lot of my attention is still going to be on League of Legends. That's, my favorite game, and my favorite game, in my view, for a reason. I love League. I don't want to just quit playing it. So my goal is going to be League. I want to reach Master on my main account. I'm doing a champion-specific challenge also for a friend of mine. So that's going to get done. And those will actually be on YouTube. So that's going to be a new series for me starting up in, around a month or so, hopefully. So look forward to that. For those familiar with League, I'm going to be playing Kalista only in a Iron 4 to Master kind of challenge. So the highlights of that show will be on YouTube. So I look forward to that. Where's my boat? I'm blind. So that's that plan. I'm going to be streaming more. My birthday stream will be on or around the 28th of February. Be doing probably a 12-hour stream or something of that nature. Streaming League, probably an episode of this show, and among whatever other random stuff I come up with the idea to do. So I hope you'll check that out. I will make more details about that available as I come up with them, but it will again be for charity. I'll be raising money for a Child's Play charity, working to get toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world. Very good cause. So that will be the fundraiser that I do for my birthday, like I do every year. And I assume I have already visited this village, so I'm not going over there. Question mark? I have no memory of doing that. I'm sure I did that. That doesn't seem like something that the game would do randomly. Where we're just going to move on. I do not know why those are there. It's... Okay, I do not know why those are there. It's possible I was flying around in creative mode for some reason at some point and put those there, but I don't know why, if that is what happened. So I'm just going to pretend those aren't there. Anyway, so birthday stream on or around the 28th of February. Should be a fun time. Hoping to have some special guests, although nothing I can talk about just yet. But I'll update with more information as I know it. It's possible there will be one more episode of the show before the end of the year. I'm going out of town in around a week. Not around a week, rather, at the end of the weekend. So in a couple of days here. And we will see if I have time to record or the voice to record another episode before then. If I do, there will be another episode before the end of the year. If not, they will return hopefully relatively early in the new year. I'm hoping, and I know I say this every time and it never works, but I am hoping not to take another insanely long break. I do enjoy doing this show. Sometimes it gets a little bit frustrating, but alas, what can you do? I think the reason this show feels frustrating to me sometimes is just because I don't know exactly what I'm doing, and I don't really feel like I have a plan, and so I think taking some time to actually plan would probably be quite helpful for me. But I just kind of haven't, so yeah, that's the thing. But hopefully we can figure that out, figure something out. I just want to figure out a way to kind of feel like I'm making progress. And ever since I finished, I felt like I had a purpose kind of when I was digging out the basement, because it's like, okay, we're gonna dig this out, and then we're ready to start the series. And since then we haven't really started. Like, I did the cobblestone chest, and there's two chests, I think, if you check out the spreadsheet that's in the description box below the video. You will see the spreadsheet with all of the items that we have, and we have a chest for each one, nicely labeled. I should announce, on the item frame front, I've decided not to go with the item frames just yet. And if we feel really inspired at some point later on, I may go back to item frames in the basement instead of the signs. But even with this great computer, I'm not terribly, that might hurt. Nope. I'm not terribly interested in taking the signs down, putting the item frames back, and then having the game lag again, and having to redo it all for a second time. So my current plan is to leave it as signs. It will actually help me identify the items better, probably. Although I think actually you can hover over the item frames and it'll tell you what they are. So maybe not. But I could use some more cows. I'm so sorry. Moo. I feel bad, but it's okay. So yeah, we're gonna keep it with signs for now. Leave some thoughts in the comments if you want about that. I'm hoping in the new year to make it more of a podcast, also more podcasty, I guess, than it is right now. I spend each episode, I don't really have enough of a plan to kind of ignore what I'm doing and just talk. So ideally, once I get more established and I'm doing these more regularly, we'll have episodes where I kind of just know what I want to do before before the episode starts, as opposed to, ad-libbing it essentially as I go. So that should be good if we can get there, talk about, space news or other things. Also, if you have any random like questions for me to answer in future episodes, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will, we don't have a backlog right now, so I will address your comment in the next episode if you do leave one with a question for me. It can be, And you can even leave a series if you want. I mean, just come up with, you know, this or that questions, or, you know, deep life questions that you want me to answer, or pretty much anything that has a question mark at the end, that is an inquiry. I would be happy to answer. Just kind of make the show a little bit more fun, I think, every time, a little bit different, than just a boring me walking around talking like this, which is not the most exciting, it must be said, but we are getting some work done today, so there is that. I don't have any need for a wolf right now. Not a lot of reason for me to have one that I can come up with, at least at the moment, so we will leave them for now. This should be a mostly land journey. From here on out, I think. Wolves, I find, tend to get mostly just in the way. And I have strong enough armor that I don't think I really care about fighting. I also have the game without mobs most of the time, so, you know, there are those things to consider as well. I also need to do some more research about the game. Like, I don't really know how to do, like, how to do how do I get flowers? Well, I think I shear them. I don't actually know. So there's stuff like that that I need to find out too before I'm really committing to a lot of stuff, although I think I have quite a long time before any of this needs to happen. Just for the mainly sole reason that it will take so long to. Oops. Well, I guess there's a torch there. Torch there now, rather. It's going to be a long time before I actually need to be doing specific items. Where am I going? I guess we're going up for the sole purpose of probably immediately going back down. Yep. Maybe not. Was this exciting? Oh no. We're good. Okay, this should be a relatively straight shot. Back to the base. As I think we're about 30 minutes in. I could be utterly mistaken, but I believe that's about where we are. Bah. Moo. Moo to you too, my good sir. So yeah, on the YouTube channel there will be League of Legends, this new series that we're starting, coming out in about a month or so. I don't really know what's going to happen with that, but maybe it'll be fun. Who knows? There'll be more Chess Basement, and there might be some other random montages or something from my games on my main account. I'm not really sure how much of that I want to do yet, so I will keep everyone posted about that as I decide more, essentially, is half of the trouble. That's dangerous. But of course, I'll keep updated. I might even do an update video for the end of the year at some point shortly after I get back. Kind of a start of the year update where I, in much more depth, outline my goals. But we will see about that when the time comes. Let me grab some clay. It sounds like fun. Probably the most efficient way to do this is just to do this. This is fine because this shovel's fast enough that it doesn't really matter. Okay. I swear that tree was on fire. I think I'm just seeing things. Oh, look, more coal. Oh my. This is quite a lot of coal. I'm not going down there. Let's get home. Maybe we'll go to the Nether briefly if we have time and start the next episode there. I need to. That was useful. We need a blaze rod. It seems to be the current prerogative. I need 1 Eye of Ender and 8 obsidian. I think is the recipe. If it's not the recipe, I'm gonna be sad. So we're just gonna go with that. Okay, we're pretty much on the way home at this rate. So let's just kind of, I guess I'll keep holding the map, but there's not a lot of reason to. We're just going this way through the swamp. The biomes I picked really were really just excellent to live around. I don't really know why I decided that that was such a good idea, but I did, so deal with it, I guess. This is our favorite village with the mending villager, and let's not get caught in a chunk error. Those are very odd. I think it was my fault. I think when I created the map I did that, but I could be wrong. I think this is where we've trapped our friendly villager, I think. I don't know. I don't know how this show works. Hello. In fact, yes, mending. Do we have anything to give you? What else do you give me? No, I got nothing. Okay. I can't. I'm hungry. Huh. Hello. What do you? Can I help you? Hey. What do you have for me? You're a I don't have any farm. Oops. I don't have any farming things. Hello? Did I deliberately put him here? I don't think so. Okay. Well, back to base we go. And maybe we will run into the Nether for a short stint. I'm going to try to find a blaze spawner and deal with them safely. I am scared of the Nether just because of the lava. One of my biggest fears in this series is losing all of these tools, so I may not bring a full complement, although I don't really know what the point of having them is if I don't use them. So maybe, oh my, I was holding the key down. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's grab those. Okay. We're not even on the map anymore, so what's the point in carrying it? Go up and around. I remember when I was going to try to flatten all this out. I think originally, actually, before I decided to do chest basement, I think the goal of this was to turn it into Erebor, the kingdom from The Hobbit. And I wanted hilly terrain because it would be easier, I think, to carve out a kingdom in the mountain if I had a mountain. And I think that's why I picked somewhere that's... I remember it being farther away. I remember being like 12,000 blocks away. But I think I just flew here and it was like Extreme Hills, let's go. Yeah, so that's a nice looking map, I think. We got to fill in some more, and there's a lot more to be filled in. A lot more to be filled in. Let me run down to the Nether really quick. Well, let me grab the Ender Pearl, actually, so we can have that. If we need. Do I have a blaze rod? Just don't hold that. Put this away. Let me leave the lily pads here too, and those, and sure. Down we go. As we should wrap this up pretty soon, but I will try to get a bit more done here in this episode. I really hope I'm not getting sick, but we will see on that front. The sensitivity still feels weird, a little bit, so hopefully that kind of resolves itself. Let me Okay, we probably want a bow. Do I have any arrows? Like, do I own arrows? Okay, yes. Do I have an? I have an infinity enchantment. Why is that not on this bow? Wait. Is there a reason that we didn't want this? I did not try to do that, but we now have that. So, okay. Let me go to the Nether. Hopefully the computer doesn't break. Okay. I'm alive with like no frames. And I'm alive. Okay. There is another portal. There's another fortress somewhere. I remember. But I do not remember where. And the sounds from the Nether always scare me. So I'm currently scared. Just want everybody to know that. I do not know where this thing is. Do I go down? See, that's just bedrock. That's spooky. I'm spooked. Where is this place? Do I go up and left, maybe? Let's just keep walking around until we find something. Well, I'm just where I started. I don't want to be here. Okay, let's pretend we go this way. That was not it. We've definitely walked around. I remember. Like, I remember walking around somewhere. What level am I at now? Okay, 26. Where am I going? I mean, okay, it sounds like we're about to run into lava. Which I'm not really thrilled about. What kind of armor am I wearing? Okay, there's a lot of protection going on. How on earth did I get here? That's where I want to be. Let's give me some more render distance right now. Computer, you can do it. That didn't help at all. That's not true. It did help, but enough. It's not helping the frame rate, so let's just do that. Okay. Okay, I'm like terrified of falling in to that. Okay, we're 240. I'm gonna put this in chat. Can I put it in chat? Yeah. 280 and negative 365. In case I lose myself. But let's go around and check out this fortress, which I find very scary. I, as a young boy, once was in my Nether fortress, just hanging out. Oh wait, we're here. I was just kind of hanging out, you know, like you do, and I was farming blazes again, like you do, and I wait, Hello? Can I, like, get up here? Okay, we're in. Perfect. That was easy. I think these will spawn. My understanding is the spawners will still work. Of what I have the rules set to. We're going to find out, but... Because we are on normal, and the rules should allow for mobs to spawn. Anyway, so I'm just farming the blazes, and I had 50 levels, okay, which is like, that's a lot of levels for anybody who was not around or did not play Minecraft back then. You used to be able to get 50 levels, not 30, and it took a long time to get all these levels, and so, you know, I'm very excited to get 50 levels, and I am now on fire. Great, we got what we wanted. Run. So I had my 50 levels, and I'm very excited, right? And I don't actually remember what happened. I still to this day do not really know what happened. But I'm very excited. I got the levels. We're leaving the place, and I either walk forward or backward. I don't remember which anymore. But I walked either forward or backward, straight off of a pit, like straight off of a cliff into a pit of lava inside the Nether Fortress. And I lost my 50 levels. This is painful. I should be careful though about letting the lava in. I lost my 50 levels. I lost my armor. I lost my weapons. I lost everything. I was so sad. I don't remember the last time I was that sad about a video game. I was so displeased. And I think that has lived on in my brain as a reason to fear the Nether. So let's get back here and do one of these. Do I have any obsidian? Next question. Yes. Okay, we have a lot of obsidian. So let me grab my ender pearl. I think it's this, right? I have ender. Let me make sure it's not a pearl. Okay, definitely not a pearl. I feel like it's like this. Yeah. And then you put it down, right? And there's nothing in it. And then you do this, silk touch. And then you get it back. Perfect. Okay, we actually achieved something of real value this episode. And oops, I am running out of room to put anything anywhere in this place. Let's put this away. Let's put that away. That away, I guess. We got more leather, and my inventory is already full. I'll keep the boat on me for exploring. I need more chests. That's really what needs to happen. Let's put the clay away. What the hell is the clay? Inorganic? That's definitely not organic. Let me put the stone in the stone chest. Stone. Oh, it's full. Well, then why am I making stone? Does anybody know? Does anybody have the slightest idea? The correct answer is no. Who knows? Okay, what do I not need in here? Like anything? What if I just like get rid of some stuff? The arrows are good to have. This is good. That's all good. I don't need the hoe or the one piece of sugar. Or honestly, like those or that. I'll keep that. This can go in the organics chest. This can go away. Okay, so the purpose of the ender chest is when we go out on an adventure, I will be able to put down the chest, let's say we're going to get granite, and I'll be able to put down the chest every time I get a bunch of granite, so I can keep my inventory clear without it being a problem. And that's kind of the idea for that. I may start trying to do some of these that are easy. We'll kind of see as we figure that out. But I think for now, this is going to do it for this episode. I thank everybody for watching. I apologize that the episodes appear to be about biannual at this level, so we'll try to avoid that in the future. But I hope you all enjoy this one. Have a wonderful winter break, holiday, end of the year, and I will see you all again, hopefully very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.